Hello everyone and welcome to card number 4 in my holiday series for 2017. Today I am working with a digi image from Koala Tea Crafts, and I will have that link down in the video description below. And so I chose the snow globe, and there's different things you can put in the snow globe, and I chose poinsettias. It's been kind of a theme lately on my holiday series. But so I'm starting out here coloring the poinsettia, and I won't bore you with making you watch me color all the leaves. I'm doing several here. I'm starting with darkest to lightest because on reds I do that a lot to keep from having too much bleed going on. I used R24, R27, R39, and R89. And then for the centers here, I'm using Y17, and I'm dotting in a little bit of E33 to give some dimension to it. And then I'm going to go in with some Nuvo crystal drops in Golden Sunset. And I'm going to dot a few around, and I'm going to set it aside and let it dry. And then I'm going to come back and dot a few more. And that's just going to keep them from oozing together and just becoming one big blob of glitter. So you can maintain those little dots of glitter by just doing a few that don't connect and letting them dry, and then coming back and filling in some of the empty spaces. Okay, so now I'm coloring the base of this snow globe, and the base is E31, E33, E35, and E57 as my darkest color. And so I'm just coloring to give a center highlight, to the edges darker, and to give it a more rounded appearance, look like a round snow globe. And so I'm just flicking in the color from the sides, just going from lightest to darkest, and then I'll go back down darkest to lightest. And just as coming in from the sides. And I'll try and do a little bit of the darkest color underneath the little edges of the base, just to try to give it some dimension to show that those are like curves and stuff in the wood. So Koala Tea Crafts has a lot of really cute digis. They're all hand drawn by Jen Evers. And she also has a lot of really good deals on some crafting supplies too in the store. One of the best deals I've noticed is on the tape refills for your ATG gun. Those are a really good deal. So I encourage you to go and check it out. And I am a design team member, so when you check out, if you put in code Carol Rosini, you will receive a 10% discount on your order. So just a little something for if you want to go shopping and see what kind of good deals Jen has over there on her Koala Tea Crafts store. And I'll have that linked below, as well as the coupon code again as well. So I'm just finishing up the base here, filling in with my lightest color, and going back over all those edges to really blend them and make them smooth. Okay, next, I went outside the line a little bit, so I'm just using my colorless blender to just clean up a few of my edges, push that ink back into where it came from. Okay, so that's all done. So now I'm going to go back to my poinsettia and add in those extra dots, because those are now dry. And one dot got away from me a little bit, so I just picked it up with the tip of my scissors. Okay, so you get all these little different choices for the little placard to put on your snow globe base. So I just wanted to do Merry Christmas, and I wanted to have kind of a silvery look. So I am using C7, 5, 3, and C00. And just doing, again, darkest on the edges, and I'm just doing darkest to lightest on this as well. And this marker is running out of ink. I need to get a re-inker for that one. So I think I just had to kind of give up on it. I think that was my C3. No, or maybe my C5, because I do use my C5 quite a bit. But I was able to get it to blend out pretty good. And I went over that with my clear Wink Stella just to give it some sparkle and shine, because, you know, it's a Christmas card and it needs a sparkle and shine. So just give it a really good coating so it shows up really well. On the base of my snow globe, where this glues on, I took my Memento Tuxedo black marker and I just went and filled in the edges because I hand cut this Merry Christmas, and I didn't, I knew I wouldn't get it exactly. So if I fill in around the edges of the space on the snow globe with your Tuxedo black marker, then you won't notice your lack of cutting skills, let's just say, so much. So I'm just taking a B01, or BG01, excuse me, and going around the edge of the snow globe before I use one of my circle framelits to cut out the middle, because we are making a shaker card. And I'm blending it out with the B quadruple 0, which doesn't blend out extremely well, but I don't even think I'm going to see any of that, because the way it die cuts, it's just going to be into the dark blue. So I will run that through my Cuttlebug and cut out the middle of that. Oop, and here's my Cuttlebug. And my messy little corner that I film on. Yes, I film on an area that's probably 2 foot by 18 inches. But it's on a small table right in front of my windows. And even though it's right in front of my windows, it's been very cloudy in North Texas lately. And so my natural light is not that great. But anyway, I digress. So now what I'm going to do is I want to go around my poinsettias. And so I've taken the 0 colorless blender and I'm laying down some of that just to get the paper kind of wet. And then I'm flicking in that BG01, and then I will blend it out with the quadruple 0 and the colorless blender. And I do that all the way around, and then in the end I decided to just fill in the entire area with the BG quadruple 0, but it's darkest right around the poinsettias. So I think it turned out really pretty, and it kind of helps those poinsettias kind of pop off the page. So there I just glued on my sign with my Xyron Mega Runner, and I'm using it to go around this little dainty little edge because the Xyron Mega Runner is just dots, and so if the adhesive goes off the edge, you don't have a problem like if it's a solid tape runner. And then I just die cut with that same circle die out of some packaging that I had, and made my shaker window. Okay, so now I'm taking my Wink Stella, and I think this is my gold Wink Stella, and just tracing over the veins in the poinsettias, just to add a little bit more sparkle and shine underneath the acetate window. And then I'll be putting this together. We're almost done here. Oh, and I decided to try this. It didn't really show up that much, so but it's my white Wink Stella, and I wanted to try and make it look like snow, but it didn't really show up, so I wouldn't waste my time on that part. I haven't really figured out a good use for my white Wink Stella. I thought it would work for snow, but doesn't really, not so much. Okay, so here I'm using these Darice little thin foam strips, and it was just perfect for going around this circle that I had left, which was extremely thin, and I was so happy that these fit just perfect, because then I'd have been kicking myself trying to trim down foam to do this with. I actually got these in a Simon Says Stamp Monthly card kit, and
I just love these, and when I run out, I definitely will be getting more because this is awesome for little places and for going around um, your shaker windows. Just had one little piece I had to fill in, and then I'm gonna just add some regular foam tape to the bottom of the base there of my snow globe, and I just covered it pretty liberally, just so it has a nice solid base to the poinsettia. And Little Things by Lucy Iridescent Sequins is what I use to fill up my shaker with. So then I peeled off the liner to my adhesive foam, and now I've got my cute little shaker. I'm just going to add some ATG adhesive to the back of that and peel off all the liners to my other foam tape and adhere it to my card base that I have ready here. I just pulled out some paper out of my stash that had this pretty little vintage look. I really liked it, and added the burgundy paper underneath for a border. And now I'm using my Nuvo drops in autumn red and bottle green just to finish off and accent my card with. Did get a little carried away on the right hand side with them. Can't decide if I like how many I added or not, but it'll do. Somebody will love it when I send it to them. So here's some final looks at my card. Please visit Koala Crafts and stay tuned for my next holiday video. Thanks for watching.